minute, don't know. Got a minute of your time. Got a minute of your. Let it.
I sure gotta live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my sight. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. God of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its side. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye. And you said when no one's to be found, what keeps you eased out, what takes you off your mind. Yes, you want this, I want this, everybody in this, we should have it. Stop illusions, it's in your hands, show yourself, reveal it to them. Take the time to recognize it.
I don't know. Did you brush your hair? Hi, good morning. Welcome to our podcast From Vision to Success.
I am so excited for today. We are going to unravel Maria's life, and it's gonna be so juicy.
Listen,
anyways,
This
welcome.
guy's like busy judging me.
I am today. Listen to me. Today I am judging you. I don't care. It is not a judge-free zone today.
Today is like
Today,
Anyway, welcome to our podcast where we talk everything about from the beginnings of a goal
everything
to the completion of the goal, but we focus on what
the messy middle.
is so messy, man.
Oh.
Fruit flies everywhere.
Oh, Maria's house is not the place to be. Normally I would tell my kids, and I think actually it's pretty cool because we tell our kids the exact same thing. If
What do
you're
we
in
tell
trouble,
Yes.
go to that person's house.
Yeah, so I'm like, if you've ever run away from our house, these
Yeah.
are the safe adults that you should go to, right?
Yeah. And
Let's
so
go to the Martinez's house. You'll be fine.
So we have a pool, we have a dog.
My
we
kids
got,
will never come back.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
what we've been
I
missing?
just get served with some papers about like emancipation, I think it is called, when like a child no longer wants to be your child.
I'll take him.
No, you won't.
I'll take him.
We're not going that route.
So, I'll take him. But yeah, and so I think we've had similar conversations with our kids, like
Yeah.
friends we trust and then that
Yes.
you should trust. And so
Yes.
it's gone
Safe
to
adults.
Yeah,
And,
safe
like,
safe adults.
Yeah.
Right? And then to the point that these people have become like even family
Yeah.
to us, right? So they start calling Maria like Tia.
They
like
better call me Tia.
aunt, right?
I'm very disappointed with one of your kids, okay? Apparently they were at Mayfield. I went to Mayfield this past weekend. I
Yeah.
didn't even know they were there because they didn't say hi. Your
they
girls
see you?
said hi. I'm sure they did. They were sitting with your girls and your girls rushed over to me. I'm like, excuse me.
Sorry, who?
Your girls, they were at
No,
Mayfield.
who didn't say hi?
Levi.
Oh, Levi.
I'm like,
Levi.
what? Like, listen.
Levi.
He has his like, he's always like,
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, hi, I'm over here. Like, I know you're looking at yourself in a reflection, but are you saying hi?
Yeah. Levi is a different beast.
He's a very handsome young man, but I think he enjoys his looks as well.
When we had him on the podcast, he kept like staring at himself.
I know. We should do a playback. He was like... So then after we were talking, granted, Raquel was there, and he's so awkward around Raquel.
And because of me, I've made it awkward.
100%.
And I'm very proud of it.
He is like, if Raquel is here, he will be like off, like as far as he can be, which then makes it, he has a friend that goes to Raquel's school that now is super awkward around Raquel too. And I'm like, anyway.
I did not know this.
Yes.
I am going to follow up.
No, don't follow up because then it's going to be even worse.
I am going to. You cannot tell me anything unless you preface it with like, don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
No, it's too late. You already told me. And so now at this point, you already told me. And so now anything that you'd say, like you can, oh, please don't tell me sort of secrecy.
This is a you and I conversation, and our viewers. This is a very private conversation.
It's a very private conversation with our millions of followers.
Stop making our kids super awkward. Like it is like cringy awkward as I watch that interaction. Like, and then so Levi's like feet are right here, but his like body goes back. I'm like, is he gonna fall over? I'm like, so. And the cool thing though about Raquel that she's pretty cool and she's okay with like the awkwardness.
Yeah.
And she always gauges it because other boys are very awkward around her. She's going through a season where there are boys that are coming out of the woodworks that are having crushes on her.
She's gone through a glow up.
Yeah, this
Like,
girl.
is it bad to say that?
No, it's
Okay,
not.
okay.
No, because she
I
had
get in
like a
trouble all the time.
No, she had like a baby, younger face.
Right,
She looked
right.
older, but no, now I'm like,
Yeah.
I know.
She's a beautiful young lady. She's tall, and you know what it is about her. And this is one thing that I've noticed, especially with including guys as well. When there's like an innocence, or like not an innocence. I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. When there is like a maybe it is.
Maybe it is innocence, but it's not like an innocence because she doesn't know a lot about the world.
No,
but it's that she chooses.
purity.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, maybe that's the word.
Purity. When there's a purity form, whatever, it makes them that much more like pleasing to be around with, and just like it makes them more beautiful and handsome, right? There's actually, when I was growing up, what somebody told me, and I don't know how true this is, right? But there's a magazine, like an adult magazine, like no,
Is it like an appropriate adult magazine? I don't know where we're heading.
I've never read it. What I'm saying, and maybe I should.
Is it appropriate?
No, but like, it's not like a triple X magazine.
Okay.
No, it's not like a triple X magazine,
Okay.
right? But I don't want to say it because I don't want to give this magazine more clout.
Okay.
But
go
it was
ahead.
it's more like an adult magazine, right?
Okay.
But they did tests of the most beautiful girls in universities,
Yeah.
and BYU came number one.
Really?
And then they're like, and then like, so they were like, why? What is it? Is it just because beautiful people go to BYU and all these different things? And it was that they did like a study on this thing. It's like, why did they come back as number one? It was because of like the standards the BYU's has.
Yeah.
You know,
it is different. Like when I was growing up, Raquel. I think one of the things that her strength is her confidence. So she has a quiet confidence. She's a-okay talking about like, what is it called? Like something tell music, which is like background music. Anyway, one of my kids really like
what?
it. It's like Minecraft music.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, she's really good with Star Wars. She understands sports. She is the type of kid that if you're awkward around her, she'll be normal.
Is she around? Like, does she do sports?
She doesn't do sports. She doesn't like sports. Really, the only sport that she likes is swimming, but she understands sports because of the boys. The boys have been in football, baseball, hockey. So she understands the basic. Mike is really into sports, so she's been around, so she understands it, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Anyways, we got good kids.
Yeah, we
Well,
do.
I got good kids.
My kids are better. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love the Martinez's kids. Listen, our kids are amazing.
They're good kids.
Yeah,
They're
I
good
saw
kids.
the twins. So I went to Mayfield for the play. It was Into the
Friday,
Woods.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. It was so nice to see so many youth that I knew.
Hang on, wait a minute. Why were you at Mayfield?
Adrian was part of the
okay.
orchestra, so we're going to support him.
Okay.
But yeah, I walked in and I saw your girls. I saw
The Hotters?
The Hotters were there.
Levi's
And then
friends were
Adrian.
there.
I didn't know Levi was there. I thought it was just the girls. I found out when we were driving away, and Raquel was like, "Yeah, like I saw Levi," and he just like, I was like,
When he passes the sacrament, it is like he just finished like just somebody whispered in his ears like your entire family just died.
he's so somber.
And I'm like, and so when I was in the bishopric, right, he would pass me first, and I would be looking and I'm like, oh yeah. It would just shift, and I was like, come on, dude, like you're passing the sacrament, right? But yeah, interesting thing. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you.
What?
So Maria went to bed super late.
Oh my gosh! And today, guys, we're talking about the rhythm of health.
No. But before we get to today's topic, last night in the middle of the night, like a raccoon, running around her
It
kitchen.
just last night. It was like a whole weekend ordeal.
I think this is a preview to like future things to come.
What do you mean?
Just I don't know. I think you're starting to give up.
No, I'm not giving up. I'm working on being consistent rather than perfect.
Maria quits a lot. This is the one thing that you guys don't understand. She starts something, she just quits.
Really?
No.
I'm like, really? I'm still here 2 years later.
I think it's been more. But anyways, ravaging around her kitchen looking
Yeah.
for crackers, cookies, and chips.
Okay, so let me give you...
Miss Healthy. I'm better than everybody.
I'm
high
just better
horse.
than you. Not better than everybody.
Listen, when have I ever claimed? Last night we watched the movie. I had my bag of Doritos.
I know.
It was so good.
It was like a trusty thing, right? Well, I'm working right now on one of my issues is that I go hardcore for X amount of time, but then I fall off the wagon real hard, right? And I think it's because I don't create a space to have those moments of like joy meals, right? Like those cheat meals. So I've been working on.
You have to.
I know.
I feel you have to, right?
Yes,
anyways,
I know.
go ahead. I interrupted.
I totally know that, right? So this weekend we had some family over. We celebrated something called Day of the Dead, Dia de los Difuntos, which is an Ecuadorian thing.
Oh.
It's also a Mexican thing, but we call it a little bit different.
Yeah.
We traditionally is celebrated November 2nd. We wanted to do it with our family, so we celebrated this Saturday, and it was all about remembering. Like, we wanted to remember my dad, remember my in-laws. We did an ofrenda table. So we had pictures. We had.
Are you serious?
100%. We
Dia
did a
de Dead was
temple
just-
walk. Sorry?
I thought it's in May sometime.
No,
Dia de los
it's in
Muertos?
November. The one for Ecuador is in November. I don't know when the one for Mexico is.
Really?
Yeah, so Day of the Dead for Ecuador is November 2nd. And there's traditional things that you cook and you drink during that time, right? So I did it. Like, I went and I made a plan of how to celebrate it with a perspective on eternal families. So it was so cool. Yeah, it was
That is
so good.
awesome.
Honestly, it was such a busy weekend and my heart was so full. We had my sister-in-law and her kids and everybody came over. I wanted to invite them because initially we were just going to do it as a family.
Yeah.
But then I thought, you know what? This feels like it needs to be like a bigger family tradition. Anyway, I asked her, I was like, can you bring some pictures? I'm like, bring mom and dad's favorite snacks that Mike's parents called her mom. I used to call them mom and dad, right? Anyway, and then I was like, I'll pick up some stuff for my dad and then we'll have a table and we'll do different activities. So she came. Every one of my kids had something set up, right? So one of my kids was setting up the ofrenda table. So he did it with the younger kids. They decorated little flowers. They set a picture. We would be like, okay, guys, who is that? And they'd be like, oh, that's Papa Roger. And then they like grab the picture and their favorite snack and they walk to the table and they put it there. And then we did that for everybody.
That's cool.
And then the second aspect of it is that we all went to the temple. So we did a temple walk. I know. It was so good.
My gosh.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my gosh.
I need to let me find out right now. Day of the Dead. I thought for the longest reason, you know what? I'm going to start a new tradition. I thought Day of the Dead was like in May.
I don't know when the Mexican one is,
Yeah.
but I know the Ecuadorian one was November 2nd.
Dia de los Muertos, November 2nd.
Oh, it is November 2nd
Yeah.
as well.
I'm thinking of something else. Calle Ocho, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. No, in May is like there's a festival. I forget what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They have parades, but no, it's not Day of the Dead. It's different. I forget what it's called.
So that's kind of like our Remembrance Day then.
Yeah, that is our... So,
like a Latin American's Remembrance Day.
yeah, but it's centered around family,
Family,
right?
yeah.
And I felt like it was so appropriate because right now we're also in remembrance, like the November 11th Remembrance Day for
Right.
those fallen soldiers that
Yeah,
have
yeah.
created the free country that we live in, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went to the temple. We had like a little short thing about like, hey guys, we're at the temple because remember, families can be together forever. We have kids that are from the ages of 4 to 14, so we didn't want to make it super intense.
Yeah.
We did a few pictures. We talked to the kids like just where Mike and I got engaged, where my sister-in-law got engaged, and then we left. Then we went to Five Guys. And then at Five Guys is like, remember guys, we do things together so we can have memories to remember. So everything had a purpose that we did, right? I know.
I am so jealous right now.
Let's do it next year.
I
It's so good.
I think this is phenomenal.
Yes. I think November is going to be a month for us for remembering and focusing on the temple. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway, so then after that, what we did, there's a traditional drink that's called colada morada, which is like a purple smoothie, and it's made from berries and pineapple. The traditional recipe is made from like blue corn. I didn't have blue corn, so I made it from oats.
Yeah.
So good. Again, that has sugar, so I knew as soon as I was going to drink that, 75 hard. We called it 75 defuntos, like it was dead for that day. And I was like, it's okay, Mike, it's going to be resurrected on Monday. So after that, we drank that and we made something called wawas, which is like bread babies. So the colada morada, its tradition is based on royalty, right? And kind of remembering that all of us have this divine potential.
Yeah, the color
everything
purple.
exactly. So everything was and it has fruit inside, and when the kids would eat the fruit, or if they did eat the fruit, we would say like it's the sweetness of life that you're eating. And then the wawas, which is little bread babies, right? they made them, they decorated them, and then we put icing on them. And they were to signify, really what it was to signify is fertility. But the way that we made it, like we translated it, is like to like symbolize the life after us. Because we're links, right? So we remember our people before us, but we're also remembering there's people that are going to come after us. And then we watched Coco, and at the end of the night, I know. And then at the end, at the end of the night, it was a long day by this point. I'm like, okay, the kids are young. I'm like, maybe I won't do this part because I also did memory cards for little like conversation starters for talking about different memories about our loved ones, right? And Mike was like, okay, babe, like, do you want to do it? But I was worried because I'm like, oh my gosh, is it too long? Like, you know, the rest of my family's Canadian. And like usually like Hispanic things or like tend to be long, right?
Yeah.
So then at the end we paused the movie and I was like, okay, let's do it. So I handed out memory cards for everybody. Oh my gosh, like the kids talked about different things that they remember about their grandparents. So one of them talked about lemonade. Another one talked about like just beautiful memories. And then Mike talked about like his card was all about legacy. Right? And it was a few questions with prompting legacy and the type of legacy that his parents left and what he wants to carry on. And it brought out the feels. And then my sister-in-law killed it. Oh my gosh. I'm like, why is she crying? Why am I crying? Right? So she was talking just with regards to like one of the most memorable memories of her is that, and all the kids are there. So all the kids are listening, right? And it's a time where her and her mom were at the temple and she asked her like, Mom, what would you do if like you saw Jesus if we walked around the temple, right? And her mom was like, I would fall down on his feet and kiss his feet. And then she went off about how like that's something that stuck so much with her. And honestly, it was such a tender moment because the kids got to hear these stories that they never have heard. Mike had never heard the story that Holly shared. I'd never heard of it, right? And we have little ones too that have never met their grandparents. So it was one of those things like, what's a memory that you enjoyed hearing about, or like why do you think they were kind?
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, it was 100% going to do this as a yearly tradition.
So, we are starting this. We are doing Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah,
at
it's
my
so
house.
beautiful. Honestly, highly, highly recommend. It's a moment, you know, in the scriptures, it talks a lot about remembering, right? That's one of the most frequent words. And as I was doing, like, as I've been working on my dad's journal and all the things that I had written down, one of the themes for me was the fact that, like, the Lord has asked us to write things down and to record so we can remember. It's so easy to forget.
So, with that in mind, for those who may or may not know, my second is now on his mission, right? Like, so he went on his mission. And so we did the whole Utah tour thing, the LDS tour.
Yeah, how was it?
It was incredible, phenomenal.
You should tell them you left on Monday last week.
So he reports. So missioners normally report on Wednesdays. And it's around like the one. There's 3 time frames, 3 timelines, right? Morning, afternoon, and kind of like later evening.
Did he have a set time that he needed to report?
You can go in any time.
Okay.
Right, but then those 3 set times, morning, afternoon, and evening, or later evening. There's normally like there's a welcoming committee.
Okay.
So you go down through an underground parking, and then there's like a parade of missionaries. Just as the cars are going by, everyone's cheering. They're going crazy, right? And so they're like, "Oh my gosh, welcome, welcome, welcome!" And then there's like bays, about 7 bays, and so they open one up and they line up all the cars, and then they close it.
Okay.
And then just a bunch of doors open up, and all these missionaries come out and just go around the car. And help the missionaries out, their bags, and be like, all right, say goodbye. And then you give them their phone, they're taking pictures and whatever. And again, the bay is closed. And so all that stuff happens. Then once everybody's done, they open it up and all those cars go out. And then while that's happening, the same thing's happening in another bay, right? So they fill up the cars and things like that, right? And so there are time frames or timelines when this process takes place. Whether it be morning, afternoon, or kind of like later. 9 times out of 10, we always get the afternoons, right? So, yeah, between this time to this time. Okay. Long story short, Wednesday, he reports. Okay. So then we left Toronto Monday. Okay. We get there Monday late, always, right? And so go grab something to eat, go to a hotel. Tuesday, we do the whole Utah thing.
What did you guys do?
We do a temple session at Bountiful Temple. Okay. Absolutely. Like the car's climbing a mountain. Okay. Right? It's just climbing a mountain through all these like suburbanized neighborhood and whatever. And then you finally get to the peak of the mountain. There's just gorgeous, like insane, beautiful temple.
Oh my gosh, I gotta check it out.
And then when you walk around the grounds, you just see like Salt Lake. And depending what time you get there, like you'll see like the sunrise or sunset, and you see the Salt Lake waters reflecting, and then the mountains. Like it is just absolutely insane, right?
Yeah.
So we get there, we do a session. There's a couple of restaurants that we hit, and then we do the conference center, the history center, and tabernacle.
Oh, okay.
When I went with Seth, they're like, you have to go to the museum.
Okay.
No, to the library, the historical library.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay. So we first went to the conference centers, but by the time we got out, the library was closed.
Okay.
So I was like, shoot. So when I took Elias, I was like, we need to hit the library first.
Okay.
So we did. I'm telling you, I'm kidding you not. So we do the tour. At the end, there's a glass display. And one of the firsts on the glass display is one of the original manuscripts of Joseph Smith's translation of the Book of Mormon.
What?
You see his handwriting.
Did you get goosebumps?
I was like, it was just incredible, right? So you see his original handwriting, and also like this is just a kid that no education.
Yeah.
So you see all of his mistakes.
Yeah. Oh, the scribbles. He's like, I think this is how you spell this.
Well, not even, because what the thing was that he would write.
Yeah.
And then afterwards it needed to be edited, and so the editors would come in and just scratch out like the word that's not how you spell it, and they would write the correct word on top, or they would add the proper conjugating verbs and all these different things or whatever. And so like you see all of these grammatical mistakes from the original manuscripts, right? And then the lady that was giving the tour, she goes, it is so important that we record. The church is big on records.
Yeah.
And so they're always purchasing records,
Yeah.
right? Historical records. Goes, but it shouldn't be just a church initiative. There should be a life initiative.
Yeah.
We cannot forget.
Yeah.
She goes, we need to remember. And so what do we pass down to our generations and our kids? And like being forgotten is everybody's nightmare, right? Like it sucks. And so when you have your records, when you have your traditions, when you have your journals, all that stuff gets passed down.
Even
and so
like recipes, right? Like if you think about like recipes that have been in your family for X amount of time, that's your ancestors.
But she says it's the lessons that the lessons are transitional, no, transcendent. The lessons are transcendent.
Yeah.
Things that great grandparents have gone through, minus the technology and certain technological advances, we will have gone through the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Friends not wanting to be younger friends, fighting with mom and dad, and all these. How did they handle all that stuff, right? And so there was value before, and there's going to be value now. And so anyway, so it was actually.
Did it make you want to write in a journal?
Well, I do write.
Today was a good day. I am amazing.
Maria came on time. Today was pretty interesting. Maria came on time, but even these things like that, I'm beyond excited for the Michael Jackson
movie. I know.
I started crying.
Did you? It was so good. We watched the trailer and we're like, as soon as it comes out, we're going.
So I'm a massive Michael Jackson fan. Like I one of my biggest regrets is not seeing him live, right? And so Tegan got me tickets to go see the musical.
Yeah.
It was good. Like it wasn't bad. It was really, really good. And so towards the end, there's this feel like, oh, it's over, right?
Yeah.
So before I tell you what happens at the end,
okay,
the musical is the musical is the story, is the behind the scenes of the Dangerous tour.
Okay.
Right. So they're
is that one of his last tours?
It's one of his last.
Okay.
Right. The Dangerous album came out.
Okay.
And then he went on tour for the Dangerous album, and so he really wanted to change it up, and so he created. So this musical is like the behind the scenes.
Okay. What
needed to take place to create the Dangerous tour.
Okay.
And then in it, they put in snippets of his childhood and all these different things and his father and all that. At the end, something happens. I don't know if I want to ruin it for people, but something happens and it just shocks everybody.
Okay.
I start crying.
Oh, okay.
And then I thought it was a me thing. So I'm bawling, right? And so like, I can't believe that this is happening. I always wanted to see what just took place. Mm-hmm. And so as we're leaving, these full grown men, bigger than me, like
everybody had like
everybody. And then there's one guy, and it may have been the liquor talking, but like, this was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Right? And he's bawling, and and then we're looking at each other and like, and so he's like, but all like men, like burly men,
Wow.
just bawling because of what took place there, right? So we are when I heard my mom called me and I was driving, I had to pull over because I started getting super emotional. I grew up with him, or looking at him and admiring him and just whatever. So all of these, now that this thing's coming, all of these stories of Michael Jackson starting to come up.
Okay.
Like I remember Michael when I was in the studio and he dressed like a little old man and we didn't know it was him. And so he was a practical joker, right? And so there's all these people that are starting to like these records, and now there's what you see of Michael, but then there's like another layer because people are coming out and saying all these stories.
Who the person actually was.
Right.
That's
and
amazing.
so that's what I think record keeping is. It gives us another layer into somebody's life, because it's what you see and then what you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like the inner thought sometimes that you write down, the lessons that you learn, things that are hard.
Yeah.
And sometimes you see these happy people and you're like, oh my God, you're reading. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
They went through what?
Yeah. So with Maria, she is a mess. Like her house is just
disgusting, like he said.
She's like, my house is a mess. My kids are a mess. No, he was my house is disgusting. My kids are disgusting. They haven't showered for 3 days. I'm like,
first of all, let's back it up.
And she's my husband. I'm my gosh, complaining.
Okay, first of all, let's rewind it back. I was almost late today. I was here 5 minutes before, but I do have a goal to get here 20 minutes prior to starting the podcast, minimum. This guy, his worst pet peeve is people being late, and now he's friends with me, which
I hate it. I need to choose
opportunity.
my friends better.
Listen, it's an opportunity for you clearly to develop patience. Anyway, I was a mess, and it kind of came from I would say Sunday, because Saturday I was really busy, but it wasn't. It was purposeful busy, right?
Yeah.
But Sunday, it was just a day that I was like at home. I was eating candy left, right, and center. I did not cook a single meal. Our lunch and dinner was popcorn and Halloween candy. And the wawas that we had made the day before, these little bread babies, right? Anyway, kids are going to bed. It's like 8:39. Everybody's heading upstairs. And Mike is like, you know what? It's 9:30. I'm going to head to bed. And I was wired. It was probably all the candy that I had. I was honestly, I'm like, I'm not ready to go to bed. I'm like, I'm going to hang out down here. I'll meet you up there. He's like, okay, cool. He goes up there. I turn on Netflix. I end up watching a whole movie. In my mind, I was only going to watch like 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. Why is it 11:30 by the time I'm done this movie? I love the movie. It was a good pick. It was a rom-com, whatever. So it finishes. I'm like, it's 11. I'm looking and I'm like, or 11:30. I was like, I go scrolling. So now
She's a raccoon now. She's a raccoon in her own house.
And then I'm like, and so then I'm thinking to myself in the morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, Raquel is going to need breakfast in the morning. I need to set something up. I go into the kitchen. So by this time it's midnight because I've been scrolling for 30 minutes. Just randomness. I don't even know what I was watching. Anyway, so it's like 12. I'm in the kitchen and I'm walking around like aimlessly, not knowing what I'm making. So I'm like, I see croutons. I see croutons and I'm like, I pull them down. And in my mind initially, I was like, oh, I'll make her like a Caesar salad. She can just quickly take it or whatever. That's not what I made. I just opened it. I started eating it. I grabbed shredded cheese and I was like, oh my God. Did I have candy too? Oh yeah, I went through my kids' candy and I was looking for gummies and I was like,
you are ruining your image right now. It's like croutons and cheese and candy.
Croutons and cheese and candy.
Midnight
gummies.
Snack.
That was like, it was 12:30. And so by this time, I did not want to go to bed for the life of me. I had hit my switch.
You couldn't go to bed. You're so filled with carbs and sugar. Like, where are you going? Like, you are prepping for like a marathon right now.
I know, right? Nothing I ate yesterday was like good for my body. And here I am watching a video about how women need X amount of protein because of their hormones as I'm snacking on croutons.
She's like, yep, that is true.
And then I go to ChatGPT and I'm like, I'm 41 years old. How much grams of protein do I croutons and cheese? Okay, not my proudest moment. I understand. So then I'm like, all right, I'm like, my time. And so I hit a moment where I start feeling fear because when I eat too many carbs, I wake up and I feel nauseous and I'm super bloated and I feel gross. And I'm like, have I reached that point? Like in my mind, I'm like kind of going, I'm like assessing my body. I'm like, how do I feel right now? I'm like, I can't feel anything. I feel numb, right? I go upstairs.
Fingertips.
I'm like, okay, I need a success moment right now. What can I do? And I'm like, I'm going to floss my teeth really good. So I'm like,
You are.
listen, I floss my teeth impeccable. Okay, then I brush my teeth really good. And I was like, okay, that's my success moment. I'm like, today was a good day. I did a lot of good things except the end of the night, but it was a good day. So I'm laying down and I can't sleep.
I wonder why. The
like
3 pounds of gummy bears that you had, maybe.
And in my mind, I was like, because sometimes I think I'm like, okay, just feel the feelings and then work through them, right? And I'm trying to feel the sensations that I feel in my body. There's a lot of sensations happening. My stomach is not happy. I'm like, oh my gosh, right? Anyway, by some miracle, I end up falling asleep. So then probably fell asleep by 1, okay? 5 in the morning, my alarm goes off. And I'm like, Raquel goes to seminary. And this is how horrible it was because not only did I affect myself, I affected everybody in my family.
This
Okay.
is sad. This is sad. This is counterproductive too. You know what? Yeah, go down this route because then people know what not to do.
Yeah, this is a what not to do situation. Or
Yeah.
at least if you do it, you know what the outcome will be, right? So Mike usually gets up. I get up at 5. Mike gets up at 5:20. They leave the house by 5:40 to go to seminary.
Yeah.
And usually during the morning, as soon as I get up, I go downstairs, prep a quick breakfast for Raquel, get her lunch ready, and she's out the door, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I turn around to Mike. I'm like, Mike, why don't you take a day off today? He's like, from work? I was like, what? I'm like, no, just seminary, right? And he's like, well, what about the kids that I give a ride to? I'm like, just message them. It's fine. And then he's like, okay, he's like, well, do you want to ask Raquel? And I'm like, yes. And so I get out of bed. I go to Raquel's room. I'm like, hey, babe. I'm like, do you want to go to seminary? She's like, what? I'm like, or do you want to sleep? She's like, can I sleep? I'm like, yes, you can.
Yes, just go back to bed.
I'm like, absolutely. I go back to bed. And I'm like, oh, and this is what I said. I was like, hey, babe, I'm like, Daddy's wondering. It was me. I just said, Daddy's wondering. So then I walk into her room and I was like, hey, babe. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, she said that she wants to go back to bed. And I'm like, just text the family. And it's like, they're not very consistent with coming out. So I'm sure they were more than happy to sleep in as well. He texts them and everything. We go back to bed. And then at 6, so my boys get up at 6 and I hear them rummaging and they're looking for me because usually by 6 I'm in the basement and they're all like rummaging around the house. And then my Joey, he's like, Mama, I was scared. I didn't know where you were because I'm in bed still, right? Anyway, I end up getting out of bed at 7. And yeah, like my kids, 2 of my kids are having stomach aches because of our lunch and dinner yesterday. I didn't cook, guys.
Crouton and cheese, guys.
No, I had croutons and cheese. They just had a ton of candy and popcorn and chips the whole day. They did have a good breakfast.
Please don't call CAS. She's not like this normally. She takes care of her kids.
Listen, there was like
it's just an off day.
piles of dishes that needed to wash in the kitchen. There was like all these things, and I was looking, I'm like, what the heck am I gonna make them for lunch? So one of my sons, he's like, Mom, I don't feel good. My stomach hurts. Obviously, it's from the day before. And I'm like, do you want to go to school? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. I'm like, one less lunch.
But you know what? This is interesting because years ago I was working in this company, and the guy said that if you have a pool, like a swimming pool,
Okay.
you want it to get dirty.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Not too dirty, but
Okay.
you want it to get dirty because it forces the machines to work at its optimal state.
Okay.
In the sense of like, you're not gonna start throwing dirt or whatever,
Yeah.
but just the natural dirts, right?
Yeah.
You go in the oils.
So that's what I did with my kids' like systems.
So no, hang on. No.
They needed to be revved up.
No, that's
all in all, I'm a good mom. That's what I gather from. And thank you for helping me realize that. I appreciate it. I want to just say thank you.
That's not what I said. That is not what I said.
I know, but that's what I took from it.
No, wait. That is not what I said. What I was going to say is that sometimes we need our off days.
Yeah.
It's just, it's that whole scripture. How do you know sweet if you don't know bitter?
It's true. And today was a lesson for me of why preparing. I know I always fight you with this with regards to like preparing at night.
Say it.
I always fight him because
Say
he's
it.
such a huge like, no, you got to prepare at night for the day. And I'm like,
Say
no,
it.
you don't. I'm like, just go to bed at whatever time you want and then get up. That like, but no, it's true, guys. Because what you do right before you go to sleep will carry into your day. I honestly wanted to flake out on everything I did today. I went to flake out on the podcast. I went to flake out on like my kids going to school. I'm like, sure, stay home, right?
From now on, when I say, look, we can't do the podcast, it's like, oh, you know, something came up or we're busy. Next time, I'm gonna be like, Maria, flake, no podcast.
Sorry, guys, Maria flaked that. No. I do have to say, anytime that I have texted about not doing the podcast is because there's a legit reason.
Sure.
I tell you, my initial reaction is to flake out. Now, do I do my initial reaction? No.
Yes.
I work through it. So I told Mike, I was like, hey, babe, I'm like, da-da-da. I'm like, I don't know. What do you, like, I'm thinking maybe I should, like, I'm like, maybe I should take some time and just kind of reset, maybe not do the podcast. And he's like, well, what do you value more? And I'm like, ugh.
Thank you, Mike.
I was like, all right. And then
you,
he's
Mike.
like, no, I'm genuinely asking. Like, I'm not like trying to be mean or anything. And I'm like, high value item. Podcast is a high value item on my list. I have a number of things. I have a few things that are high value items, and the podcast is one of them.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay. So then I just texted him, and I'm like, I'm confirming for today. I am coming.
But you know what? Not years ago, months ago, we did all of this is good because it leads to what we are talking about today. So a while back, Marie and I we did the podcast on building healthy habits, and then we kind of like looked it up and it pumped out. We found 7 things that people should be progressing towards, and then we kind of like took these 7 things. We went to ChatGPT and said, if we want to build a podcast or a series around families using these 7 habits, how would you categorize them? And then it pumped out 4.
Yep.
4 podcasts, right?
Yep.
So the first one we did a couple of weeks ago, which was faith, mindset, and purpose. Today is episode 2, and it's called The Rhythm of the Family, Healthy Environment, or Health, Environment, and Balance. And with that in mind, so everything that you've been talking about today, check this out.
Yeah.
When building a family, make sure that they have an environmental habit, which is keeping your home organized.
Yeah.
Decluttering
Not
regularly.
like mine. Right now, I'm struggling with fruit flies. No, I'm just kidding. My house is clean.
It is not. Creating a morning and evening routine
I have a morning routine. Okay.
and caring for your environment and community. So she failed the first one. And then,
Just yesterday. I'm usually pretty good, but yesterday was a big F.
but can you feel the difference?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah.
I can feel the difference when I come into a Monday prepped. Like, I know what I'm doing. I'm excited. I haven't even done my morning routine. The only thing I've done today is worked out. I haven't read my scriptures. I haven't
Yeah.
read my personal development. I haven't journaled. I haven't meditated. Hence, I'm all edgy right now.
So I'm not, I know I'm giving you slack, but I'm actually grateful that all of that stuff happened to you.
See, I was preparing for the
No,
podcast.
you weren't
in
preparing
that
for the
way.
podcast. I'm taking something negative and I'm trying to make it into a positive. Ready?
I was preparing for it. Was a social experiment.
It was not a social event. I didn't. This is not a controlled environment where it's a social experiment. This was like totally left field.
Yeah, I was.
But let me ask you
I was
this.
a raccoon yesterday, like you like to say.
Croutons
100%. Croutons and cheese, guys. They are fire.
and a pound of gummy bears. So, and the second one is building physical and strength, energy, and longevity. So, exercise and movement, nutrition and hydration, sleep hygienes, limiting screen time, and rest. Before we get into the second part, I do want to talk about the environmental part.
Yes.
So, the environmental. Yesterday, you struggled. You took us on a journey of what not to do. You went to bed late. You did
Candy and popcorn for
candy-
lunch and dinner.
Candy,
Don't do that.
Popcorn.
At least have a healthy meal in between.
But hang on. Let's stick to everything that you did wrong.
Okay, let's do.
There are people that they are in this funk
Yeah.
and they can't get out
Oh,
for
it's so
whatever
hard.
reason.
Yeah.
Right? So you just taste tested someone's actual life.
Yeah.
Right?
This was actually what I used to do when I had 3 kids. And like between my second and my third, all I would eat was junk food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hang on one second. Ready? So you just gave us a preview into some people, and I don't want to say
Yeah.
everybody, but some people's actually lifestyle.
Yeah.
They go to bed super late. They're scrolling. They're doom scrolling.
Doom
2-3
scrolling
hours.
last night, 100%.
Okay. Midnight snacks. The things that you're putting in your body. Oh my gosh!
The
Right?
croutons and cheese were fire though.
No,
like,
listen, relax. I think we've established that this is not something that people should be doing.
do it.
Going to bed late, waking up early, going, and again, I'm not chastising you because you normally don't do this, but going to your child and be like, don't do something.
I know. You want to stay in bed, right?
Yeah. Even though you made it look like if it was her choice, it was not her choice.
Yeah, because we could. I mean, granted, she did like have a tummy ache and she was complaining in the morning and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, maybe she would have struggled a little bit had she gone. But you're right.
No.
My actions affected my family.
Right. So
Yeah.
things that you did affected you. You started influencing your thing.
It trickled down to my family. Yeah.
And the interesting thing is, Mike, when you're like, do you want to take a day off? Mike was like, from work? Because knowing Mike and how much of an amazing man that guy is,
100%.
he probably would have taken the day off for you.
Yes.
Knowing Mike,
Yes.
this Mike is like
He's the best husband ever.
I want to marry Mike, right? And so
I'll hunt him. If I ever die before him, I told him like I'm gonna hunt him.
you're not allowed to get remarried. I'll be sleeping in between you and your new wife.
It's okay. He'll get remarried, but I'll still be there too.
That is weird. Weird.
I'm just joking. Anyway, go on.
But anyway, so it affected you. It affected your emotions. It affected your health. It affected all of this. And so there are some people, and again, no judgment here.
Yeah.
Right? This is a judgment-free zone, except for her. This is a judgment-free zone. But there are some people that are in this funk, in this what do you call it? Not a wormhole, black hole.
Yeah.
Where it's just sucking you in, and you can't get out.
Yeah.
Now we know what you should be doing. You know, like the dudes. You know, you should be waking up early, exercising, writing your journals, reading your scriptures. But everything, the life that you lived for the last 24 hours was not the best life ever.
No.
So how do they get out?
I think the first.
Not what
thing-
you do, because you're easy, because this is not a habit for you.
No, but I
Right?
think the first thing is that you have to be self-aware. Because if you don't see these things as a problem, then you're not going.
But I think for the most part, people are self-aware. Like they know, like they should be going to bed late. They know that they shouldn't be doom scrolling. They know they should be eating healthy. They know that they should be exercising. They know that they should be encouraging their kids.
Yeah.
Like I think self-aware is a part of it.
Yeah.
And I not to dismay or disregard what you said, but for a lot of people, that's not enough.
Okay, so let's say that you're already aware that you know it's a problem. What's the next step?
Yeah.
Kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the next step is envisioning the life that you want. Like, how do you want to feel? You have to link it to what you want to feel. You have to make it emotional. Because doing behavior won't change unless you link it to an emotion. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't, how would you do it?
I don't know. Like, I have one thing does come to mind, and I think that's an important step. So envision it, recognize, and then envision where you want to be.
Yeah.
I do know people that they've taken those 2 steps already, but it's still.
And there's an action, right?
You've heard of the dog and the nail, right?
The what?
The dog and the nail.
The dog and the nail?
The dog and the nail.
The dog and the nail. I'm like looking at your.
I know that was like
That
kind of
was
weird.
so
She's
awkward.
looking at my lips, like
Because I
don't
couldn't
know-
understand
Why you
were
look?
saying.
Why are you looking at me
It
like
just
that?
feels so weird.
Hey, you feel weird. I'm talking and she's like. Honestly, you keep crossing these lines, and I'm like, stay in your lane, bro.
My belly hurts.
I wonder why.
Oh my gosh, guys. Okay.
A pound of croutons.
It was worth it. Was it worth it? No, it wasn't.
I wonder what's happening in your stomach right now.
Oh my gosh.
With like all this bread, like this dried up bread, this moldy cheese, because cheese is mold, and just all these like
the gummies, the Takis. I had Takis too.
Oh my god!
I had popcorn and chips. Like I had a brown bag because I popped popcorn in the microwave with a brown bag, and then I opened one of my kids' chips and I put it in there, and I was like, "Let me get some Takis too." So I opened Takis and I put it in there, and I shook it.
You know that I want to throw up, right? Like I want to throw up right now. I'm gaining weight just listening to what you consumed.
Guys, you know what? I tell you that I did it and I felt gross this morning and I'm still paying the price. Like, like my tummy's not happy. It wasn't fun in the bathroom. Like, there's just a lot of things happening.
So, I know people that have taken those, and I think those two first steps.
Awareness.
Awareness and envision.
And envision where you want to be.
Where you want to be.
What's the next step that you'd say?
I would honestly say that the next step is look for help.
Yeah.
I think that becomes the key to doing it and not doing it. I think people can have all the vision that they want, which is a first step. I think they can have all the awareness that they want. They know that they shouldn't be smoking. They know that they shouldn't be drinking heavy. They know that they shouldn't be doing all the. They should be exercising. So everybody, we're all born with this light of knowledge. We call it the light of Christ. People call it as your conscious mind. We all know what we should be and what we should not be doing.
We have a sense of right and wrong, right?
We do. For the most part, we have a sense of right and wrong, right? 99.9% of all of us, and even the people that are doing. And anyways, I don't want to go into that, but yeah, for the most part, I think we know.
So I do agree with you. Where look for support. So look for support or help, right?
Yeah, look.
Would you say
talk
books,
to people?
Yeah.
No, I don't even think books. I think book is a part of it, right? I think, but if you're just reading, you need accountability. You need someone.
Yeah.
You need to talk to someone, and the person. Like, so for example,
So what would you do for somebody that doesn't have someone that they can talk to?
Everybody. Okay, I'm glad that you said that because I am a firm believer that everybody has someone.
No, I know, but I'm saying, what if right now the current friends that you have or the circle around you or family around you doesn't do the things that you want to do?
What do you mean?
Like, for instance, let's say you want to develop better habits, whether it's your sleep or your nutrition, fitness, anything like that. But the current circle that you have also does the same things as you. They go to bed late. They eat junk all the time.
That's not the people you should be reaching out to.
Well, who would you reach out to if you don't know anybody who is living the life that you want?
We all know somebody that's living a life that we wish, not that we wish, but that we want. You think so?
I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah,
though.
I believe it. I honestly believe every single, like, we are, especially with technology now. Especially with technology, when we have access to so many people out. Now, again, I could be wrong. I'm not saying that this is doctrine, but I feel that everybody has access to somebody that they know, whether it be at school, a teacher, whether it be like a church, whether it be like a neighbor, but everybody has access to somebody that's like, you know what, I want to live like that. And so I think that's what's stopping us, is that fear or the not knowing of going to that person. And again, it's the dog and the nail. So you never heard of this?
No, I'm like, is it the nail like video that you always talk about?
No. That's the nail in the head. That's the greatest.
Dog and the nail. Oh, maybe tell me the story.
It's a good story.
Okay, let me not look at you because for some reason I'm.
I know. Stop.
I feel like I can't hear you, so I'm looking at your lips, but now it just feels awkward.
Which is so freaking weird, man. Stop looking. Junk food does something to you. She turns it to something else.
I feel like I cannot understand. Even though I'm wearing these and I can hear your voice, but I'm like, it's not computing. I know that is so awkward.
You're the one that's doing it, not me, bro. Like, what the heck?
Go do it. I'll watch.
Yeah, look at the screen instead. Okay, ready?
Okay, I'm looking.
So
go.
the dog and the nail. Okay, don't look at the screen. This is now it's weird for me. Like I'm looking at the side of your head.
Okay, I'm closing my eyes. Go. I'm going to concentrate on the words that are coming out of your mouth. Go.
Honestly, sometimes I figure why do I put up with you? So, the dog and the nail is very simple. Is this man was out doing errands,
Okay.
and he's walking down the street, and he looks to the side, and he sees a little old man just on his rocking chair,
Okay.
and right beside him on the floor, in the front porch, is a dog, and the dog is howling, like howling.
Okay, we get it. Go. That was a little too long, but okay, go ahead. I guess we're going for it. Okay.
Right? So this dog's howling. And so the man's like, well, and the guy, what's confusing him is the dog's just howling, looks to be in pain, but the old man is just doing nothing. He's just on his horse, on his rocking chair, just going back and forth. It's like, this is weird. So anyway, so he just walks out and he's like, okay, that's the weirdest thing I've seen today. He goes forward, does his errands, whatever, does grocery shopping. On the way back, he's got his bag of groceries, and he looks to the side. He's passing the same house, and nothing has changed.
The dog is still howling.
The dog is still howling, and the man is just like unfazed. And so he was like, "This is the weirdest thing." So he's about to start walking. He's like, "I have to find out what is up with here." So he kind of like turns. He walks up the path there, up the driveway, goes up to the man and goes, "Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt. A couple of hours ago, I walked by here. I noticed your dog howling. You seemed unfazed. Hours have gone by. I'm walking by your house again, and the dog is still howling. Like, what is up with him?" And he goes, "Is the dog okay?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, the dog's perfectly fine." He goes, "Why is he howling?" He goes, he's sitting on a nail."
So he just doesn't move.
And so he goes, and so the man's like, why doesn't he move? He goes, "Because it doesn't hurt him enough. It's not hurting enough." So he's comfortable. There's enough pain for him to feel it, but it's not hurting enough to get the dog to stand up and walk and move to a new location. And a lot of the times, we go through these pains, we go through these struggles and stuff like that, and they're hurting, and it gives us enough pain for us to recognize that it's hurting, but
not enough to change.
Not enough pain to change.
Yeah.
And so when you hit that area of like, oh man, like it's like it's either life threatening or whatever the case is, then you will start looking for people. You open up your eyes and you're like, I need to find someone. And it's like when you want to buy a car, you have a mindset of what kind of car you want to buy, and all of a sudden you start to see those cars.
Yeah.
Same thing. Those cars, it's not like it's not like God opened up the heavens and started putting more of those cars.
Just you're more aware of it.
Now you're more aware. And so whatever you focus on grows. Is if all you're focusing on is this pain and I'm uncomfortable and this nail and all these different things, and that's your mind cannot see. But the minute you're like, you know what, I want to look for somebody. Yeah. All of a sudden you start to see people and noticing people that are like living a good life. Yeah. Or that a life that you they could maybe change you to help. And then all of a sudden, whatever. So when that pain, it hurts, and when that vision is greater than your pain, I think you go out of your way and talk to anybody and be like, listen, I need help.
Yeah. So I can see that. I totally can see that.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with regards to what you said, but I would also add on listening to podcasts and reading books.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Well, they will help with your encouragement to get up and move.
Exactly.
Right?
And it will give you the opportunity to know what you're looking for.
100%.
I think it's really hard to know what you're looking for when you're stuck in the situations. Like you're inside of a picture frame and you know something needs to change, but you're not exactly sure what needs to change.
1,000%.
But podcasts and books and talking to other people and changing your circle will help you in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you went through your phase of like, because you said up here in time that this was your life.
Oh, yeah. This was my life. This was my life sporadically through my teen years, and then definitely when I was a young mother.
Right. Now, but
the time where I realized that I really, really needed to change was when I ate a full box of Crave cereal in one day. I was like, okay, this is like
I know we said this is a judgment-free zone.
I'm telling you, I remember that day so clearly. Like, I remember that all I kept thinking, I don't think I ate anything else that day. I had 3 kids. Yeah, I had 3 kids. Everybody was under the age of 5. Nobody was in school at the time, and it was just a stressful day. And the box of cereal was there, the milk was there, and I just kept eating what I thought was a little bit at a time. But then at the end of the night, I realized that it was like a big box, and it was all done.
So check this out. And just to prove my point again, I have no idea that transition phase, but listen to this. So you became self-aware.
Yeah, I did.
This is not the kind of life I want to live.
Yes, I was like, oh my gosh.
You know where you want it to be,
Yes.
right? I bet you your next step was starting to look for additional help. And you joined a company, like a fitness company.
I did. So I did 2 things. Before I did that, before I did the fitness company, I actually went on Facebook and I looked for fitness communities. And I started joining these fitness communities, right?
There you go.
And that's how I was introduced to different people. I became friends of this group. Everybody was pushing towards like doing the, the couch to 5K. So I started doing that. I did my first mud run with them. And then I joined the fitness company, which then gave me access to a bigger community. I had structured workouts that I can follow, so I didn't have to guess. And then I was introduced to personal development, so I just kind of evolved from that.
There you go. So looking for accountability, I think is the difference between just sitting on the nail and getting up and moving, right? So you can have your vision, which is important. Yeah. You can have the self-aware, which is important. I think those 2 things are the main key components.
I think the vision will get you started, but it will not keep you going.
100%.
I think it's the people around you and the community around you that will help you to keep going.
The accountability. Yep, that accountability. So that's right. So for those, I mean, everybody has an opportunity to change out there. And I think that's like that absolutely thing. But yeah, like going back to this whole thing, the theme today with parents have a sacred duty to provide for their children's physical and emotional needs.
Yeah.
And so creating a healthy habit, because the mind and the body, they share rent, and an environmental habit are super key components to allowing your children and your family, like in, husband, partner, whatever, to be supported, right? And so
I think one of the difficult things that are happening right now is that sometimes in an efforts, we're all busy. Sometimes we have parents that are working, mom and dad are working. It's tiring. You have financial strains and stuff like that. But if as parents, we're not doing the things that we need in order to trickle down the values that we want to our kids, we cannot expect society or the school system to do it, because they're going to be teaching them something completely different than what you may value.
Absolutely.
And the thing is with society and with the school system is that they will go with whatever is trending at the time.
Yeah.
Like if you notice, look at what's trending now versus to what was trending 2 years ago or 4 years ago or 5 years ago, right?
And I work with schools.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, I think one of my biggest pet peeves is there's no values being taught at home.
Yeah.
Right? But then, that's not my pet peeve. My pet peeve is, so there's no values being taught at home. The school tries to teach these values. And because there's no support from home, these kids are not picking up these values. Like they're still bullying. They're still doing all these different things. And then, and they're not getting the grades that they want. And then there's no study habits. They're not reading at home. That nothing's happening, right? They're not being physical at home. They're not exercising. They're not spending quality time. Then the teachers can't, like the kids are starting to go wayward in the classroom. And so the parent comes and starts to complain to the teachers, and they're like, why is my kid failing? Why is my kid doing this? Well, like we're doing our very best. Yeah. But if from like 9 to 3 we're trying, and then they go home and then they're playing video games all day. There's no supports. They're playing video games. They're eating junk foods. They're eating croutons and cheese every single day. Right? Like all of these different things are happening. You can't get mad at us, right? And so then there's victim blame. And so the parents blame the teachers for not teaching their kids value, when these values are supposed to be taught at home, not at school.
Yep.
Things get taught at home and it gets reinforced at school. It is not the teacher's purpose and responsibility to teach all of these things. These things need to be taught at home, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see, hang on 1 second. I wanted to share. Where is this? So those are the 2 things. Now the environmental habits and the healthy habits, exercise or movement routines, nutrition, hygienes, sleep. Do not I'm telling you, no devices behind closed doors.
Yes, I 100% agree. I am always so bewildered when I talk to parents or I have gone over to like other families' houses and I see TVs in their child's rooms. Like all the way from like being tiny, a baby, all the way to like teens and stuff, right?
No.
And then the kind of phones in the house, and then there's issues with like, you know, you don't know if you're sleeping, you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. And if you don't know what's happening, there's more exposure. There's more exposure to things that maybe you will not want your kid to be looking at.
There are, do not outsource your children.
What does that mean?
Outsourcing. So when you, it's a whole back to the ship of Theseus. I'm not going to go through that today, but it's the ship of Theseus, or the outsourcing. What it means is that other people are raising your children.
Yeah.
So you put them in, and this is not a bad thing, right? You put them in hockey, you put them in sports, you put them in dance, you put them in church program, and then everybody else is teaching them, right? But then there's no life lessons being taught at home. So you are outsourcing your children.
You're
meaning that
parenting.
everybody else is parenting your child except for you, right? And again, it's going back to the point that I was talking about. So with you, I know that they're into sports and all that stuff, but there's still life lessons being taught at home.
Oh, 100%.
And that takes precedence over everything and anybody, right?
100%.
So that's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is when you put your child behind a locked door or behind a closed door with screens, with televisions, with movies, media is raising your children, right?
It is easier, and I get it, right? Like, I get why it happens, but you pick easy now, and then it becomes hard later.
Right.
Or you pick hard now, where it is hard and challenging, but then it gets easier as they get older.
Of course. And so one of the problems with having screens behind closed doors is that they're going to bed super late. I was at a conference the other day, and these kids, like, it was a high energy conference, and you had these group of kids that are just like literally lethargic. I'm like, and first question I asked, what time did you go to bed? One kid, 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, what are you doing? You know, it's just one of my friends with talking about the conference and getting ready and excited and scrolling and watching, you know, TikTok videos and all these different things. I'm like, 2 a.m.
Listen, Raquel was telling me the other day, so she was like, oh my gosh, the chat blew up yesterday. I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, everybody was messaging at 2 a.m. But she's really, like, we don't allow devices behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So her phone is downstairs. But she's pretty good with it because she's like, bro, I'm sleeping at that time. I'm not going to answer you.
Yeah. But, so don't do it. But rest and recovery, limited screen time. So again, nutrition and hydration, super important. You got me into hydration big time. I want to give credit to where credit is due.
This guy was like shriveled. He was like a raisin when I first met him.
No, pasa.
I know.
Pasa Martinez, that was my nickname.
Yeah, if you go back to our early podcast, I was like, this guy is like Smeagol looking, just like one solo hair that was growing.
So rude. Like,
I'm so glad you took care of it. Just kidding.
crouton and cheese lady. I'm gonna come up with a name. We gotta come up with an alter ego, like Tegan's Bertha.
Bertha?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If you just ask Tegan next time you see her, so can you tell me a little bit about Bertha? Oh my
Is it when like she switches over from like really being really sweet and
to the opposite of everything that you know Tegan to be? Bertha is the complete 180-degree opposite.
I can see her. I feel like I can see the fire in her eyes because I have seen
No, you haven't seen anything.
some of it. I'm not some like maybe the inklings. Sometimes when you do things and she's looking.
Let me tell you a story. It's become a core memory now.
Okay.
So this just recently happened, and I feel bad for Levi, but he got the brunt. He was asking for it too, so he deserved it. So, it was the Sunday where we were doing the roast.
Okay. When you guys were going around talking about a memory, like a memory that was a core memory for the kids about your other kid.
Yeah, not a core memory, but what's a life lesson that they taught you, right? So Levi took the coveted seat in the couch, where if you sit there, you get to see everybody. You're not turning, and anyway, everybody wants that spot. Tegan loves that spot. Tegan wanted that spot. Levi, knowing, took that spot first, and so.
I feel like I'm like, what would I do?
No. I've never, like, Levi's a big guy.
Yeah.
Tegan's a tiny girl. Mm-hmm. So she goes, Levi, move. He goes, no, I got it here first. So we're all like, And instead of warning Levi, we kind of like stayed quiet because we wanted to see this train wreck happen, right? And so
She asked for it. I totally like.
Listen,
First of all, who's he talking to like that?
we're quiet. We're quiet because we know that it's about to go down.
Yeah.
And so we have a popcorn ready. We're like excited, and she's like, Levi, move. It's like, no, I got this place first. She goes, move or else. Oh, when she said that, I got so excited. Like,
And then what did he
or
do?
else, I want the or else. Like we're like whatever, right? So we're looking now, and we're like, what's about to happen? And so she grabbed him by his head.
Okay.
I don't know how she did this, but she lifted him up, and so Levi's a big guy, so his feet are.
She got like some super strength there, I guess.
I don't know what happened, but she grabbed him by the head, and I think she took aim with the ears, and she just kind of like threw him, and then he's like, oh, patches of hair is missing.
That's what happens.
So I'm a little bit of exaggerating. I don't want people calling CAS now, but she grabbed him, and I don't know how she lifted him up and threw him across the couch. So we have an L-shaped couch. Mm-hmm. So Levi went from couch to couch. And we're all like...
And then she sat down, took her spot.
Well, yeah. And she's smiling this whole time. We don't know what to do. We don't know if we should smile, laugh, cheer, or say something. Because you know when... Don't scare the bear, because then the bear will look at you and come after you.
Yeah.
So we don't know if it's now Tegan or if it's Bertha.
Yeah.
So we're all like... It was the greatest scene in the entire world. We're laughing, and it was like it's now a core memory. We had an absolute blast just watching this whole thing unfold.
Sometimes your kids need to get a good beating. No, I'm just kidding. Just joking. Relax.
We wrestle. It's funny enough. Like Tay and Harley, she very rare and few she will, but we wrestle our kids all the time,
Yeah.
right? And it's become like Levi challenges me all the time because again I'm the alpha of the house, and so he's always trying to take me out. And so I give him another 2 years before he can actually start.
He's a big kid. Like
He's a big kid.
Is he bigger than you now?
He's taller. I'm still wider.
Okay.
But some of them will poke Tegan just to get a reaction, and it's fun to see. Like she will react sometimes, not all the times, whatever. She's just like, leave me alone, right? But they test the waters with her, and it's fun seeing her go into Bertha mode and just annihilate everybody. So yeah, we wrestle our kids all the time.
I think kids need some healthy respect for their parents. There are certain things, like my kids always say, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe people say that to their parents." Like, I can't imagine saying that to you. I'm like, what do you think would happen?
Test me. Just please test me.
I know, because I'm like, I honestly, thankfully my kids have never been, at least as of yet, they've never been super disrespectful.
Yeah.
No, they haven't. I haven't even thought.
If the Bun kids are watching, I triple dog dare you to try and wrestle your mom.
Oh, I've wrestled them before.
Oh, you have? Oh.
Yeah, the issue is that Jesse's bigger than me, and last time I got whiplash. So, yeah. Because he used to play football, so he's really good at tackling. And I was like, all right, Jesse, let's do it, right? And then the kid went full force. This was 2 years. There was like 2 years ago, even before he had this full. Like,
yeah.
And I have to tell him, I'm like, you need to be careful. You're man-sized. Like, this kid is man-sized, right? He's 5'10". Okay, I'm sure he weighs more than me by this point in time, and he's strong. His hands can cover my whole face.
Yeah, I know. Levi's like that.
Yeah,
Levi's
so I'm like I don't know your place.
So, ladies and gentlemen, listen very quickly. It's beyond important. Again, parents, moms, dads, partners, if you have kids, and even with each other, right? Yeah. You have a sacred obligation, duty to provide your children and yourself, your household with good, healthy habits.
Yeah.
And
it's never too late either.
Oh,
like, even if your kids are older, it is never too late to kind of go back and be like, hey, maybe these things aren't working out. Have a frank conversation with your child. Even if 17, 18, be like, hey, I realize that I've done X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Let's work on this because this is where I want you to be. I want to help you to get here, but we're going to have to change some things. And
just some talking points, just as we finish off here. 5 things that you can maybe, when you sit down and talk to Maria fights dirty.
Babe, don't give out my secrets, man. Watch what happens when I get home. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Can I watch? When you are talking to your kids or your partner or whatever, here's some 5 talking points that you should kind of like maybe start the conversation. Will help you start the conversation to figure out what kind of family standards you want, not family rules, but family standards. Number 1, family and fitness or activities. What are some of the traditions that you want to start? Going for walks, going dancing, things like that. Sports day. We have in our family we have the Olympics.
Yeah.
The Martinez Olympics. We have a Winter Olympics in February and a Summer Olympics in July, right? And so they look forward to these things.
Yeah.
Number 2, how to create a calm and organized space in the environment where the spirit can dwell.
Involve them and make sure they have chores. Chores 100%. Will help them to feel responsible for their family.
Yeah, don't be a raccoon. Family tech-free zones and sleeping routines, right? To come up with what, whatever. Balance rest, work, and play. So living the Sabbath rhythm, right? And last conversational piece is how physical order creates emotional peace. So help them understand how a physical component will add to their calming and peaceful and spiritual component.
Yeah.
Get them to see that, because it's one thing you were talking about purpose. Yeah. If you're just telling them to clean, it's like they don't want to clean. But if you can make the clean, attach it to their calm, to their creativity, to a good family environment, how do you feel when it's clean and all if you can allow them to see that connection, the before and even after, then they will become more proactive to helping you maintain a clean and healthy home, right?
I agree. And in order to solidify that habit, praise works 100%.
Yeah.
I am huge about praising my kids, and I honestly believe that that's the reason why they do the things that they do. Often when they're done, they're like, Mama, come and see, right? And they want to do it, and they keep doing it. And I believe it's because they feel the appreciation.
Yeah. So anyways, listen, guys, next week we are going to talk about the connection, so relationships and communications. So we're going to go heavy focus on relationship habits and how to build them in your home, and some key things to think about and key things that you can do. So the theme is husbands and wives have a solemn responsibility to love and care each other and their children. And so we're going to look at as to how and why and all that stuff. I am loving this series. This is actually probably one of my favorite series. I think I'm going to turn it into a workshop.
Yeah, I think you should. It's so good. I think parents need support. I think sometimes there are all these resources and things available for our children.
Yeah.
But there's the missing link that parents sometimes don't have the accessibility to this things, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I agree.
So remember, never too late. You can create the family that you want starting now. Pick one small task. I really like what you said with regards to that. You did a presentation, and he was like, don't start everything at once. Yeah. Start small. Start with something, build momentum, and then you can add on to it.
Absolutely. I say a lot of wise things.
Out of everything we talked about, what would be your number 1?
Don't do what you did.
Don't be a raccoon.
Don't be a raccoon. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, share, and subscribe to all of our social media followers. Like, subscribe, and then share. Please let people know what we're doing. You may, if you talk value, if you.
Get a minute, don't know. Get a minute of your time. Get a minute of your.
I show that I live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. God of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its sides. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye.